we saw that home run off the bat of Carson Benge. Look at this, gentlemen.
Yeah.
15-plus home runs and 15-plus stolen bases in a rookie season. Carson Benge side by side with Darryl Strawberry.
That's what
Come on.
DeRosa, how dare you?
I like what I see.
You like what you see. You've liked it for a while.
Listen, I'm telling you, when you show up to a field, especially like going through this with my son and sitting next to Robert and Lauren for as long as I have, there's certain people you can't take your eyes off of, right? They just draw your attention, their body.
Robert's raising his hand like it's him.
It's you, Robert?
Yeah.
Can you take your eyes off Robert?
No, he can't.
I mean,
I
sometimes
asked him
I
the
can't.
question. Really?
But their bodies move different, right? In a world of showcase babies, which is what I'm seeing, when the actual game starts and you got to compete in game, who has the ability to do things other guys can't? That's why we love the PCAs, the Bobby Witts.
Fernando,
perfect. This dude might be falling into that category. He's going oppo down the left field line off Michael King, and I don't even think he knew where the ball was. Then he's able to get on top of high fastballs, 2.75 feet or higher. He handles, he shoots it to all parts of the field. There is a lot to love here if you're a Mets fan, okay? 2024, he gets drafted 19th overall in the first round out of Oklahoma State. He was a pitcher and position player at Oklahoma State. Him and Nolan McLean getting after it. Look at the outfield Fangraphs war leader since April 23rd. PCA doubles everybody. And then you got Ceddanne Rafaela, who's been fantastic for the Red Sox. And then there's Carson Benge.
Wow.
The totality of everything. The throws, we're going to get into the throws. The defense, the base running. The huge upside offensively. We're going to try something that we normally don't do in skyboxes. We're going to go to a tri-screen right out of the gate. Never been done. It was Naze's kind of option. I said, you're crazy. He said, let's try it. Okay, I want to go over the adjustments he's made throughout the season. This is him back in college, wide open, complete wild horse athlete. Then he comes up through the minor leagues. He still wants to show some version of being open early in April. He got off to a slow start. Why? Maybe just a little bit late. Another move he has to make to close back up. Maybe he felt like his front shoulder wasn't getting back to square and he was coming around the baseball. For whatever reason, he has squared up tremendously in July, and it's kind of unlocked him. Run this and get me to a side angle with it. He's got popped the other way. Pause this real quick. Do you have the splits board? Here we go. Carson Benge, career MLB splits by games. First 21 games, standing wide open, hitting $1.36. Probably couldn't feel his legs for the first 21 games. Super nervous coming up to the show, especially in New York, especially what was going on in New York. That place was on fire in April. Last 101 games, he's hitting .295 with an on-base of .353, a weighted runs created plus of 127. Who does that kind of mirror? Think Riley Green. Think Alec Burleson. Think Bobby Witt. I know it's a down year for Bobby, but that's kind of similar numbers he's giving you right now. One of 11 hitters with a .290 average, a .350 on base, and a .450 slug since April 23rd. So I wanted to go through 3 of his most recent homers. Yesterday, Michael King's ball explodes all over the place. Talk about turning 17 inches into 20. He turns it into 24. He has got you trying to cover both batters' boxes. Almost gets hit right there. Gets a spinner in the middle of the plate, fouls it off. He gets another sinker, and he is able to stay inside this baseball and drive it dead left field. You cannot pause this. In order for him to be able to pull that off, and they have him listed at 6'1", 185, for him to be able to pull it off down the left field line at that size, it just speaks to his ability to generate power, stay behind the baseball, be super quick, twitchy. There's not many guys that can do this. Watch this. That ball starts behind him, almost hits him. Pause it. All right. So he gets left on left. He gets a slider that starts behind him, that almost drills him. Then he gets the second one that starts behind him, ends up being a strike. So now he's telling himself, I have to see, he's trying to create angles. I have to see what his fastball does. What plane does that come out of? Watch this. He destroys this ball. Oh! The first two pitches forced him to keep his front shoulder in. That allowed him to hit that homer on the heater. How about this one? He's all over a fastball from Tanner Bybee, gets a changeup in the same window, stays back and drives it out of the ballpark at Progressive to right field. So he shows moments, man. Run that back for me. How beautiful is that? And we'll get into, as he progresses, pause this for me. As he progresses, we don't want that much movement where his head starts in this frame and ends up over here when he's hitting. But as you don't want to rob his athleticism right now, you let him go play, you show him the analytics of what he does good and what he does bad, and we'll continue to whittle away at the foundation of how he's being attacked. Who does he remind you of? Who's gone through this? Run this. When they first got to the big leagues, another wild horse, right? And he's starting to figure it out, how he's being pitched, what they're attacking him with, what his chase rate should look like. I'm not saying you got PCA on your hands, but he certainly is athletic like PCA. And it's interesting to me, shortest swings this season with home run total. It doesn't appear to me when I watch him that he's got a short swing. I actually think he probably doesn't even realize he's got a short swing, and I'd almost like him to get a little bit longer swing because of the power he's able to generate. You look at a lot of guys on this list, the short swings don't constitute home run totals. So you're in a situation where if I'm Carson Benge and I'm the Mets coaching staff, I think eventually I'd like to get his swing a little bit longer, kind of like what Bryce Terang's doing in Milwaukee, right? We'll do that with 2 strikes. We'll get to 6.6 feet with 2 strikes, but when you got 0 or 1 strike on you, I want you potentially hitting 25 bombs for me. And he doesn't discriminate or fear the best pitchers in the game. There's Zach Wheeler. I'm taking him oppo on a 1-0 heater. I got Logan Gilbert twice in Seattle. High fastball, spinner in the middle of the plate, cutter he just destroys. Comes up his next at bat against Logan Gilbert and hits another one. So he can handle the number ones. That was always something we talked about a lot. Yeah, a lot of guys can handle the 3, 4, 5s in a staff, but who hits elite pitching? Carson Benge has been able to do that. Been fantastic. Highest average versus fastball since April 23rd. Gabby Moreno at 368. You got Freddie Freeman, Andrew Vaughn, Otto Lopez, and there's Carson Benge at 344. So doing a lot of things offensively, and there's so much more in the tank. Not athletically, mentally, how he's being attacked. And you can't teach this. Sitting there watching this the other night, top first. That was a no business.
Miles an hour.
There was no business him getting sent right there. But it's the throw, him getting behind the baseball. We're going to have Kevin Kiermaier come out here in a little bit. He does it again, top first. And he's playing deep in right field. And this is an absolute rope to home. One hop on target. It's one thing to have a strong arm. It's another thing to be accurate with it. He's giving you Jeff Francoeur vibes in right field right there. Show me some more because this is beautiful. Watch this throw to third base. I would be wheeling him as well. One hop perfection.
Wow.
Put it on him, Bo. I mean, that's an absolute cannon shot right there from Carson Benge. And again, get behind the baseball, trust your arm. What a rope. I love the one hop. Don't feel like you got to reach the guy in the air. Give him nice one short hop. And people wonder why he's able to throw 96 miles an hour to 103 from the outfield. That's because he was carving people up at Oklahoma State on the mound. So this is a wild horse. There's a lot to fall in love with if you're a Mets fan. Outfield arm strength leaders, Jack Caglione at 98.5, Carson Benge at 96, and he's second in Major League Baseball with 4.8 outfield arm value and 4th with 9 outfield assists. That's going to stay at 9 the rest of the year.
And there's so much evolution already, and he's so young in his career.
Yeah, you just let him play. Just let him go play, and we'll start to chip away at
the Mets
trying to grab some more power.